Hello, this is Milbert Mariano for Publication Workshop. I'm going to show you how to create a two-page layout in InDesign. Although you can use other software to create a layout, the principles that I show you here in InDesign should apply to most other layout software. First, you're going to open up InDesign and set up a new document. You'll go through each of the pertinent fields. Your intent is print. And you're going to make this a 3-page document, so type in 3, keep it facing pages, and the page size is letter, orientation, portrait, and just go ahead and leave everything default, and you can change it later. Then you'll want to click OK. You'll want to immediately save your document. So click Save, and I'll just name this 2-page spread. And there we go. Next, you're going to be familiar with your tools and menus. You'll see your toolbar on the left, your menus and control panels on the top, and your panels on the right. Your default workspace will be Essentials, and you can customize it to your own workflow. Next, you're going to click on your Pages panel and click on your master page items. So click on the Pages panel, and right up top here are your master page items. This is where you're going to create page numbering and a grid of guides. Guides are non-printing lines that will help you to place your objects. So you're going to the Layout menu to create guides, and make sure that your guides are turned on under the View Guides menu, and mine are already turned on. And make sure you have the Preview button clicked, and you want to fit your guides to your margins. So then you're going to want to choose however many rows and columns you like, and for me the more the better. I like to work with about 5 columns with about double that of rows. So I'll just increase the number of columns that I have here. So I'll work with at least 5. And my rows, I'll do about 10 rows. And you can just type that in as well. And there you go for your grid. And this is going to help me to place my images and my text consistently. Then you're going to want to create small page numbering by creating a text box right outside the margin, and then going to place it, as I said, right there, and make it a text box by clicking the text tool and clicking on there. And then you go to the Type menu to insert special character, to markers, to current page number. You may have to want to rewind that later if you don't remember that. And then you're going to want to make this fairly small, so I'm going to make this maybe 8-point or even 7-point. And I'm going to center this as well. And I'll also make sure I have it in the font that I'm going to be using. And for me, I happen to be using AG Schoolbook. And you'll want to have the same thing on your right-hand side. So I'm just going to use my Option key and Shift to drag it exactly across there. And now I have page numbering on my left and right. And so if I go to my page 2 and page 3, notice it's right there. And it gives me the information that I need, but it doesn't get in the way of my layout since it's pretty small. Now you're going to want to start laying things out. So I'm here on pages 2 and 3, and make sure you have your guides there, and that you have a rough idea of where you want to lay your text and your images out. So for that, you're going to want to use your Frame tool, and say you want to have a headline or heading somewhere there. I'm going to make mine really large across there. And then, say I'll have an image right about, let's try that size, maybe another image here, and another image here, and then another image here. And what I'm doing is I'm thinking of thirds and hierarchies and visual hierarchies. And I will put text probably right about a long column right there. So let's see how this is going to look. Maybe I'll repeat myself there. And there you go. You can move that around later, but now you want to put text in your text box. So I'm just going to, with the T, click on things that are going to be text boxes. And then I'm going to you could either type in or you can place text into your text boxes. And then your images can be placed into your image boxes. And how that's done is I'll click on my image box and go to File, Place. And I need to find that here. I have stock photos. And let me see what these look like. So I'll choose my stock photos. Maybe on this one I'll choose this large one here. And to resize it, you would hold your Control key or right click to fitting. And I'm going to fit frame, or I'm sorry, I'm going to fit content proportionally. There we go. And if I want it to fit in my frame exactly, I can go to fill frame proportionally, and it crops it just a little bit. So I'll do that with my other images here. And let's see, I have here another image that I'll do that same thing to. And there we go. Now I'll add my text and Command D, and let me find my text here. I think I have some on my desktop, 2-page spread, there we go. And I'm going to copy, paste that in this large box. Here is my text here. And make sure it's readable, but small for your body text. And for your headline text, you of course want that large. And so I'll have that, I'll even increase that to maybe even 100 points or 90 points there. So there you go. I'm going to preview this. See what that looks like. Now a couple things you want to consider is you'll want to finesse your text and images. Again, keep your headlines large and bold and looking like headlines, and keep your body text small but readable, and remember to keep a consistent style throughout your publication. That's important. You can also position and crop your images. Right click or control click on them and then choose your fitting to the appropriate fitting option. Never stretch your image. And you can also add a color theme to your document that you can use throughout your layout. Let's take a look at some of the layouts that I've done. Not that one. There we go. And you can see some of the options that you can do with all the things that I've just told you here. Same headline, same text, and using a grid and a color theme there. So that's it. Good luck in putting together a 2-page layout for Publication Workshop. This is Milbert Mariano.